In a market where modern day racing wheels are getting complex and pricey, it's rare to find a good wheel that's cheap and feels good. With the bar of wheels in today's market rising in advancements and price, most people looking for wheels try to save up for ages or just don't even buy a wheel in general. But is there a wheel that feels good and goes for a good price? Yes. This is the Logitech G920, the counterpart brother of the G27 version on the PlayStation 4. This wheel came out on September 15, 2015, nearly 2 years after the first Xbox One came out. So with that out the way, what does the wheel have? Well, first, the design is simple. If you play on an Xbox controller, the design shouldn't be that complicated. The Xbox buttons, X, Y, B and A, are on the right side, with the D-pad on the left. The Logitech logo is in the middle, with the Xbox button below it. On each side there are two other buttons, the start buttons on the right and the capture buttons on the left. Overall it's a simple design. And plus, the shifters are metal and also have a good clicking sound. If there's one thing that's bad about the Logitech G920, it's the left stick and right stick buttons. I mostly play F1 games on Xbox and on all of them, both buttons don't work. But overall the design is simple. The wheel itself feels good, it's covered in leather, but does wear as time goes on. Depending on the game, the force feedback is definitely noticeable. It can be noisy at times, depending on the game that you play can be very rough. The settings you want to change, you have to change on the game, not the wheel. But overall the wheel is good, and if there's one thing I'd say that's the best thing about this wheel, it's the price. When I got this wheel 3 years ago, I only got it for £100, which is really cheap in the wheel market. And it's not like you only get the wheel, you get literally everything. The wheel, the base, the pedals, and it's very easy to set up as well. All you need to do is just connect everything together with cables, then plug into your Xbox, and it's good to go. So the question is the Logitech G920 worth it? Well, for people who want to race with a wheel for the first time, I say get it. But for those people who want to compete in like esports and competitive leagues and tournaments all around the world, there are better wheels on the market than this one. But for a starter pack, it's a good wheel for starters. The force feedback, the simplicity, and also the price. The Logitech G920 is not a Fanatec or a Thrustmaster, and it never will be. But the Logitech G920 is good in its own very way.